Hey everyone, so today I wanted to talk to you why VOO is better than SCHD. So I had a conversation with one of my subscribers and I did promise him that I would go over why VOO is better than SCHD. And what's so ironic about that is that I'm in the Burr Real Estate Investment Group, which is basically buy, rehab, rent, and repeat. And in this market, everybody is looking for new side hustles, new passive streams of income, new investments. And so one thing stuck out to me when he was going over SCHD. He was so focused on the dividend itself, and also that CHSD was up on the year 2023, while VOO is down on the year in 2023. But what I tried to also let him know is that although VOO is showing 2% higher gains in the last 5 years, VOO is such a much bigger company worth over $300 per share that it is actually $70 more in growth than SCHD over that 5-year time period. So, although the dividend is less in terms of percentage, the payout is 2 times more than SCHD. So, for example, if you had bought SCHD 5 years ago, you would have paid roughly $50 for it. If you had bought VOO 5 years ago, you probably would have paid something around $170 for it. If you look at how much they're both worth today, SCHD is worth about $70, $75-ish dollars per share, while VOO is right over $300 per share as of the making of this video. Whether it goes down or up a little bit more, the key is that the growth is far more. So when you look at dividend, I like to tell people, don't just think about the percentage that they pay out. How much is the company going to grow? Because as it grows, you are paid more. And that is why a dividend can be less. In fact, I look for companies that pay less of a dividend because that means they grow so much. For example, if I buy something for $1 and I get a 5% dividend, and I buy something for $2, but the dividend is only 3%. If that $1 turns into $3 in 5 years, I would make 15 cents per share off of $1. However, if the $3 stock that I buy turns into, based on those same numbers, $12, and it only yields a 3% dividend return, the dividend that it pays me is going to be far more than what I would get from that $1 turn into $3, paying me 5% per share. So what I'm getting at is, sorry, let me head inside. So what I'm getting at is, although the dividend is less, if it continues to grow exponentially, you will eventually make more money from that dividend. What I like to think about is, if you bought it at $1 and instead of making 5 cents, you now make 15, you only paid $1 to now make 15 cents. So you're making a 15% gain on your dividends just because it grew more, rather than a 5% gain and it stayed the same. For example, AT&T has a high dividend yield. It's like 7, 8, even 6%, something crazy like that. But AT&T only attracts people because of its dividend. What does that mean? I buy a stock as a company. It's not just a stock for me, right? So a company needs to be profitable. A company needs to produce something worth people buying into. AT&T is not Tesla, is not innovative, is not doing anything brand new, it's not doing anything creative, is not gaining market share, is not attracting new people, is not improving on its business. I don't have AT&T as a company. I don't want AT&T as a company. I don't personally invest in it. There's nothing at all that I like about it. So why would I buy the stock? Because of its dividend payout? Yes, it's good cash flow that I can use to diversify into other things. But if I don't use the company, if I don't like the company, it's probably a bad investment. For example, if that dividend stays the same forever and the stock price stays the same forever, I would be losing money rather than investing in a company like, I don't know, Coca-Cola, $40 per share or something like that. If it goes up to $60 a share in just 20 years and it pays the same dividend forever, it's way better than AT&T. If Coca-Cola only pays a 2% dividend, but I bought 100 shares at $20 and it's now worth 40, and I'm getting 2% dividend now on $40 a share when I only bought it for 20, that is an amazing increase on my capital, on my cash flow. I didn't have to pay for that $40 dividend. I paid $20 to now receive a 2% dividend at $40. That is mind blowing. So those numbers are crazy. But here's the thing. A lot of people look at the dividend. So this is how I got the new subscriber to understand. Yes, if you get $2.79 per share a year by investing in SCHD at $70, and you only get $5.79, and you have to buy VOO at $300, obviously you can probably buy 3 shares of SCHD and make more money in dividend than you would at VOO. The problem is, over a 5-year period, VOO had grown by over $100 per share. So you're not telling me that making $1 in your dividends a year more is worth more than $100 being added to your portfolio. Your dividend wouldn't be able to catch up. It would not be able to compete. But here's the thing that I love about VOO. Not only would you make $1,000 more in 5 years just off of the growth, but you would still make, let's say, $100 less per year in terms of the dividend. But what can you do with that dividend is reinvest it into other companies like SCHD that doesn't grow as fast, but now you can get more of it because you're getting so much heavier dividend payments from VOO. You can buy full shares of SCHD, but you would not be able to buy full shares of VOO with SCHD because the dividend is so much smaller, so much more insignificant. And as VOO continues to climb, soon it'll be at $1,000 per share, while SCHD is somewhere around $300 per share. Tell me, which one is easier to buy? Which one is easier to buy into? SCHD is easier to buy into. I don't look at what's easy. I look at what's practical, what's logical, what's best practice. Best practice is buy the companies that grow exponentially and pay you a good dividend, because then you can diversify into the other companies. But what I liked about this subscriber is that it's not a mistake. SCHD is not a bad company. You will make money. You just won't make as much as you could. So the good thing about this is that I didn't have to go out and say, oh, that's a bad decision or you shouldn't do that. No, it was actually a good decision. It's better than not investing at all. It's better than sitting on the sidelines thinking, what can I be doing? No, absolutely. It was a great decision. In fact, I would say keep all your money that you already have in SCHD and just start to buy VOO now. Just start to put more money towards VOO until you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 shares of VOO. I always make it like a game. Okay, I want to get 1 share first. Okay, I want to get 3. Okay, I want to get 5. My goal is to have 10 shares of VOO. My goal is to have 15. My goal is to have 25. I'm going to stop when I have 50 to 100 shares of VOO. Whatever that goal is for you, set it, achieve it, and then move on to the next one. And then you might be able to drip invest or dollar cost average into your companies. One thing that I'm going to go over in later videos is I've been investing in my personal portfolio since 2020. Consistently, I've been dropping $7,000 at the very beginning of every year, and then I dollar cost average $50 every 2 weeks, every month of every single year. So what I want to do is I want to make a video where I show you my portfolio, how dollar cost averaging has completely transformed my life. I'm talking about I make more money in dividends than I had ever thought I would make. And I set goals. Okay, let me not make 1 penny per share of McDonald's. Let me not make 3 cents per share of Bank of America. Let me not make 5 cents per share of, I don't know, SPY or VOO. And then I continue to dollar cost average. I continue to add on to it. And what happens? Well, good thing you asked. I will set a goal of $1 in dividends per stock that I have. I have 34 companies. That means I need to make $34 per stock. I mean, per month with a company, right? And so the first goal was, let's just hit $1 with every stock that I have. When they pay me a dividend, I want to see $1. The second goal I had was not the stock itself, but as a portfolio, let me make $30 per month. My phone bill is $40 a month. So if I can make $30 a month, that's a pretty good start, right? That $1 a day, that was really the goal that I had, $1 a day in dividends. The next goal was a very much more simpler goal than $30 a month because I was starting from scratch at that point. But now the next goal was $40 a month, which was a third of what I needed when I first started, right? But the reason I went for $40 a month because that was what my phone bill was. And I said, if I'm paying my phone bill every month, $40, I should be able to make $40 in the stock market. And so that was my next goal, $40 a month. And now the goal that I have is $100 a month. What does that mean? I need to make $100 every 30 days. And then in February, which we've left February now, I need to be making $100 every 28 days. What's the goal after that? Okay, do I start off small or do I go big? Well, the goal might be, let's say the car payment that I used to have, I don't have a car payment anymore, but the car payment that I used to have was $145 a month. So maybe I set a small goal for myself of $145 a month in dividends. And then after that, I set a bigger goal of $500. Then after that, I set a bigger goal of $1,000. In the process of doing all of that, I'm doing other things in real estate and too few and far in between. I'm doing so many other things. But just on the topic of the stock market, you set these small goals and then you'll realize that with compound interest, with growth in the market, with everything else that comes from dividend investing, you will be so by far ahead of the game. Imagine we're in a downturn in our economy right now. 3, 4, 5 years from now, when the stock market rebounds, all that dividends, all that compound interest that you're putting in right now is going to completely transform. You'll be going from making $200 in dividends a month to $600 in dividends a month in just a span of 2 to 3 years. It's going to be life-changing once we enter a different economic cycle and get out of this recession. So be prepared, continue to invest, continue to do the right things, and you will be on top. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I didn't go too in depth on VOO. I think another thing you should know is that VOO consists of the top 500 companies. So when the stock market is down, it goes down. When the stock market is up, it also goes up. VOO is consistent with the entire stock market, which means it represents what American companies are doing as a whole. If you understand that, that means if you believe in America, if you believe in business in America, you should believe that business will continue to increase, profits will continue to increase, we will continue to be in business. What does that mean? If you work a job in America, that means you believe in the companies that you work for. You believe that you will have a check coming to you every single month. You believe that America will be able to sustain itself. That means there should be no reason why you can't invest in a company that consists of 500 of the top companies that literally are the reason our economy is able to survive, right? So investing in VOO means that you believe in America, essentially. You believe in the economy itself. And if you don't, then you should buy ETFs that are based on other countries and societies like China. There's a foreign exchange that you could be invested in, or a foreign ETF that you can be invested in. But if you choose American companies like Amazon, Tesla, Netflix, all of those things, they're included in VOO. So go ahead and pick that up, add that to your portfolio. And if this was informative, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because it does truly help the channel out. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I am not your financial advisor, but I will see you on the next one. Peace.